What is up, guys? This is Hiaz here playing some Battlefield Hardline for the PS4. Let's just get started. Today we're using the M16A3, which is a gun we recently unlocked, which is good, and we're also going to use the M416, which is for the robbers.
So what you're seeing at this moment is the M16A3 for the cops side, which has a max damage of 28 and a drop-off start of 40 meters, which is pretty amazing. The fire rate is on the higher side at 800 rounds per minute, so it's really close to the P90, which is at 900 rounds per minute.
First of all, this gun is amazing. It reminds me a lot of the M16 back in Battlefield 3, and that gun was almost the perfect gun in that game.
In my opinion, for Battlefield 3, my favorite gun was the M4A1, but you know, it's all up to you. It's all up to the player. But anyways, you can find this gun for the cop side at 37,500 for the M16A3, while the robber's M416 is 43,800.
What I really like about this gun is that it has so much freaking damage. It takes 4 bullets to kill someone, which is insane in a Battlefield game especially. I like to run this gun basically with any type of sight except for the Cobra sight and the red dot sight. I know I'm using the Cobra sight here, that's just because Eddie told me to.
Shut up, man.
Wanted to save money, but whatever. I also use the heavy barrel because the heavy barrel, I feel like it's the best thing you can put on your barrel. It keeps it so stable and it's awesome.
I just like to point out that the Cobra sight is not bad. There's nothing wrong with the Cobra sight.
I disagree.
Anyways, it's all up to the player. You can get a red dot, Cobra, hollow sight, whichever you want. It's all up to you. So the opposing team has a similar weapon, which is the M416, which has 850 rounds per minute instead of the M16A3's 800 rounds per minute.
Those are all just numbers. No one really cares about those. But personally, I think the M16 is the better, the superior choice because I've been using it since back in '2 and it's never failed to disappoint.
None of that really matters because eventually you're gonna get both for both sides. So in the end, they're both overpowered weapons. So it's like we've been saying before, it's all personal preference.
One other thing we recommend is that I suggest you just save your money and save up for these two guns because they will benefit you in the future. And they're super strong, they're super accurate, and there's no point not to buy these guns.
Yes, I totally agree. But also, Durst, didn't you want to tell a story to our viewers?
Well, yes, I would love to talk about the knife misfortune that just happened last Friday.
Well, please, do tell.
Alright, basically, I was working on Friday night, you know, my usual workingness. It was a late night and it was time for my coworker to leave, so we both said bye. So I was working, but then I heard my car alarm go off outside, so I went outside to turn it off. So I went to my car, not really suspecting anything because the car has a very, very sensitive alarm. Any car that goes through and shakes the ground enough, it'll go off. So while I was walking to my car, my coworker drove by and said bye, and he drove off. And without even realizing it, I looked at my car and saw it had a huge dent on the right side. And while all this was going on, the alarm was still going off, and it's a really loud alarm, so most people can hear it, and I heard it from inside a building. So as I was trying to figure out who hit my car, these guys who were hanging out in the parking lot said, "That guy hit your car." And I asked, "What guy?" And they said, "The dude that drove off in the black Honda Civic." And I thought to myself, who drives a black Honda Civic that I know? And then it came to me. It was my coworker. So hearing that made me super angry. It just made me want to jump off a building, parachute, and shoot someone with an MG.
Dude, that's our gameplay.
Oh, well now you guys have a visual of how I felt that night. But anyways, I never thought my coworker would be able to do that, and he left, and he said bye to me, and I'm like, what the hell, man? It's like you stabbed me in the back. So the guys tell me they got the license plate number for me, so I was like, oh, sweet. And then I said, why don't I just call him? I have his number because, you know, he's my coworker. So I call him, and then I say, dude, I think you hit my car. And he's like, really? I did? In kind of an oblivious kind of way. And then I'm like, yeah, dude, you hit it. And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. My car's really messed up, and I didn't think I hit it. I thought it was just something wrong with my transmission. You know, all those excuses. And I thought to myself, bullshit. His window was open, and he did not hear the alarm, at least. I heard the alarm from inside the building. So he came back, and we exchanged information, you know, stuff they do after an accident. He told me a story, which I still think is bullshit, and we just let the insurance companies handle it. Well, that's my story, and Dad, I'm sorry. Even though I wasn't in the car, I'm still sorry though. I just wanted to tell you guys this story just because, you know, it's one of those stories where it's just the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, that was an interesting story. Good thing I've never been in an accident.
Liar! Your car's in the shop right now because it got hit.
Shut up, man. You don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through.
Well, he just stormed out of the room right now, and he's crying. Never mind, he's fine, I think. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, leave a comment and subscribe. So smack that like button, and see you guys later.